Solid. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Dusty Mac, and thank you for joining me on this Good Place reaction series. Today, we're continuing off with our favorite show about a bunch of heavenly hosts, and in the last episode, we basically had Chidi going through his life and his afterlives, basically, and he was reliving every moment, and kind of like halfway through, I was like, damn, this is kind of like him re-experiencing all of his experiences as a third-party viewer, if that makes sense, where when he woke up, he knew everything. So he woke up ready to help them. And he had that note that said, there is no answer. Eleanor is your answer. I think that's what it said, which was a really good moment. I started tearing up, but then it cut away real quick. So it felt like the episode undercut that moment a little bit, but I'm just really excited to get through this. And, as you know, we're getting closer and closer to the end. So anyway, guys, if you like these reactions and want to keep seeing more just like it, please make sure you hit that like button for the algorithm and subscribe and hit that little bell in the corner because it'll tell you when my next video comes out, which is usually every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I have this thing in my way now. It's hard to do my movements. And there's exclusive patron polls and movies and shows and stuff. So if any of that interests you, please go check that out. If not, they'll be up here eventually. And, yeah, I guess without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this week's episode of The Good Place. Again, this one is season 4, episode 10. I think this one's 10. So yeah, let's do it.
All Janet voids are nothing but
White?
Neutral Janet voids.
Oh, I was gonna say, this isn't white. Looks like the khaki department in my local Gap.
I just wanna reboot the whole thing and go back. I'm on season 3 of Justified. It is so good.
I watched the first episode and I stopped watching. He's like, yep, I'm justified. I was like, nah, I can't do this. Plus, he said no to Pam in the office, so can't forgive him.
Humanity eraser button judge. Ugh. Any last words?
These are my last words. End of words.
Really boring. Who's next?
Your dad's pimply butt.
That is so interesting. I didn't have a dad. That's why I'm attracted to all the father figures on the TV shows I watch.
It's in Disco Janet, isn't it?
We may only have a half hour left to exist.
Does Eleanor
so
not know what was in that letter?
Us.
Oh, I love you.
Whoa.
I love you. So,
Is that so hard
do you
to
love me?
believe? Or?
Yeah, you seem oddly sure. It's kind of doing it for me. Should we get out of here? No, but I like the confidence.
When you have 1,000 versions of yourself placed into your consciousness, it gives you a real sense of clarity.
You saw the time knife.
Yep. It was neat.
It was neat.
Anyone just thought of a good reason the judge shouldn't cancel Earth?
Because Earth is where the Jacksonville Jaguars are.
Did you actually write it down, or did you just do a scribble scrabble?
Okay, we need to think bigger. We need to come up with an entirely new...
People have done that to Jason a few times, I take it.
Compromise is always possible.
Don't have time for this right now, babe.
Long story short, LeBron performed a successful tracheotomy. The song won multiple Grammys.
Well, now I want to hear the story.
So, we should consider...
Roller skates?
Are you wearing roller skates?
Yeah! I got them from Disco Janet. Thanks, Disco Janet.
Solid.
Solid.
The crime isn't cruel, but the punishment is.
I once went to jail for a week just because I stole a hot dog. Well, a hot dog-shaped car. I stole the Wiener Mobile.
Okay, you should have been thrown in prison then.
Cruelty of the punishment does not match the cruelty of the life one has lived.
I agree.
Now, watch this spin.
We need to come up with...
Reminds me of that George Bush thing. He's like,
We must stop the terror. Now watch this drive.
You want to get out of here?
Yes? No?
there's the
Janet
Caribbean
voids are the
12
worst.
chick
Music
fights Aquaman. Oh shit. This is
Humans
the
evolved
bad
over millions of
Janet
years, and they
void.
end up-
Monster truck is
Run
just
by
idling.
Emperor.
Software update? No, cancel. This computer sucks.
Way to go, numbnuts.
Before you marbleize me,
I've never seen a sad fart before.
Go back to Mindy's, except for you, Cookie Puss. I'll always make room for you.
All right, smack room for you. I love when Maya does that voice.
Chidi should hook up with the judge to get us out of trouble. I've done that before. It's called a Jacksonville plea bargain.
No. Mindy's house.
A Jacksonville flea market.
Make the medium place a third option.
Be an Earth redo, technically.
If you score negative points, enjoy having your penis flattened, over 1 million. Everyone else in between gets their own Cincinnati.
Shut up! Hi, shut up. I'm confident now.
We're just short on time.
You gotta walk that line of confidence and, you know, being an asshole, Chidi.
We love it.
We're in.
You don't even want to hear it?
Nope.
What if it's bad?
Even bad stuff is good. People probably worked hard on it.
So is that why they allowed the bad place then? That's interesting. Even bad things are good because people worked on them.
Now all we have to do is convince Shaun.
I'm in.
Really?
No.
I was gonna say, it can't be that easy.
All of humanity is going to be erased forever.
The bad place will get emptied out too. Everyone loses.
Here's the thing. I don't care as long as you lose.
Shaun's a dick.
New ideas are gross.
I don't like change!
You used to be cool, but you've changed, man.
When was he ever cool, Jason?
So long.
Oh, I thought that was his personal exit music. I was like, you go, Shaun. Disco Janet's Void is the shit.
What was I doing?
Nothing, we were dancing to some disco.
Ah, those infectious disco grooves.
Shaun is almost on board, and you could nudge him towards an agreement.
I don't take sides. Erase the earth. Manatee eraser thingy.
That was an angel.
Well,
No.
keep on trucking.
Disco. It's a little disco ball.
I know what we have to offer him. Something he wants.
He wants Michael to lose. What if you give Shaun the credit?
There is something he wants.
Oh, hey guys, just smashing some stuff.
Shoni loves tchotchkes. Oh, that's clever.
You agree to establish a real medium place. You can torture the four of us forever.
I can give you a head start on my torture. I cannot pull off the mod look.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna be doing to you, Tahani. But no, because they're sacrificing themselves, right?
There would be billions of buttholes going completely unspidered.
Fork this.
Language.
It's all come to this. All the ethics training, journeys to the corners of the afterlife.
Why-
So that we could be here as the very best versions of ourselves. Chidi, can you do this?
What you just said gave me an idea.
Not in you either.
Is it in Derek's void? Does Derek even have a void? I thought he was in a void.
Man, she's committed.
We have an idea we'd like to present.
Not interested.
If she's not gonna stay out here, you gotta go in there.
What makes you think she'll listen to us in there?
I know one thing that might keep her attention.
Man, look at how white I am. Holy shit.
Oh, no. Give me one reason why I should hear
Way
you
blown
out.
out.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Hate me.
I think you should hear him out, Judge.
So pretty. Oh, I should call Shaun.
Oh, I'd just gotten all the puppies to climb into the cannon.
Jesus, Shaun.
Problem with the afterlife, it's final, with no chance for redemption.
My neighborhood made them better. Create a system that works that way intentionally.
Why don't you walk us through it?
First part stays the same. Screw up a bunch of stuff, like a lot of stuff, to the point where people are like, this is messed up, even for Florida. But we rest our case, Your Honor.
No,
No,
we
don't.
don't. We barely started.
We barely started.
In the new system, that number will serve as a baseline.
Sorry, who's designing these tests?
Good place and a bad place architect will make you confront your moral
Working together.
shortcomings.
Maybe the test looks like your regular life. At the end,
The architects explain what you did badly, what you did well, and you get rebooted again and again until you ace it.
How are you ever going to learn anything if you're always having to start from scratch?
You will retain a vague memory of what you learned, like a little voice in your head.
Would that be like what a conscience would be then? A little devil and angel on his shoulder?
What are my demons doing this whole time?
no more penis flattening.
Then what are we doing to their penises? Well,
Largely ignoring them.
It's a fair question.
Whose side are you on?
Don't have a dog in this fight, little lady.
That's basically a Judge Timothy.
Play role, just like in my original neighborhood.
Do you think this will work?
Chidi just had 800 versions of himself stuffed into his soul. He's way cooler now.
It's not just Chidi, Your Honor. Look at me now. I can hold 4 humans in my void. Getting rebooted made me a better, not a person than I've ever been.
Well,
I like that. Why would he agree though?
pass.
Yeah, like all he wants to do is flatten penises.
erase the earth.
You told the demon that you're getting rid of torture. Like that's
Where did Shaun go?
Just toying with us.
That's what gives me hope.
Had to do it one last time.
not in the chowder fountain.
Yeah,
Michael's playing here.
too bad. You won. See you in a billion years.
I'm gonna do the evil speech now. Victory is mine. Sorry, you've got to be more mad.
Grrr. Like that?
Maybe more energy. Since the dawn of
More
time,
energy,
good and
more
evil
passion,
have waged
more
a furious battle. Stemming from this feels stupid. How do you not have another plan?
What's wrong, Shaun?
Fighting you is the most fun I've ever had. Corkscrew your first eyeball and you're like, I can't believe they're paying me to do this. By the trillionth, it's like, should have just been a teacher. And then you go, get the warm fuzzies about your little humans and was having fun again. I'm not sure I'm ready for that to end.
You wouldn't have let me try the original experiment if things were working. Let's try a new way.
It's a good point, actually.
Okay.
Why would he have even allowed it in the first place if he didn't, in some way, little disco ball, somehow have like a weird feeling about it?
Shaun has agreed to our proposal.
In principle, yes.
So what would
Still
he be
some
doing
kinks
then?
to work in.
Oh.
Sorry, old habits.
Guys, watch this. Jeez.
What do we do first?
Don't look at me. I'm just the idea guy.
I was gonna say I'm just the architect. Okay, so we got a plan. All right, everybody, this was The Good Place, Season 4, Episode 10, and in this one, basically, they all came up with a new version for the afterlife, and it was basically the show. You go through a version of The Good Place and then you get evaluated, and if you fail, you go back and you do it again and again and again and again until you finally succeed, and then you're able to go to The Good Place. And I really like that. So it's kind of like a purgatory where you just get rebooted until you complete it as you're supposed to, like Groundhog's Day with Bill Murray. I know the groundhog was just like yesterday, I think, and I think he saw his shadow, unfortunately. I like more winter, but it looks like we're going to be getting an early spring, and by the time this comes out, it will have probably been like spring for weeks now. But Shaun, you know, he also kind of came out to Michael that Michael made him feel alive again, basically, by bringing this new zeal to him, this new outlook on his life. And so now in this aspect, there's not going to be like any physical torture anymore. Like, thank God there's no more butthole spiders or the penis flatteners. There are some awful stuff. Instead, they're going to be torturing them through scenarios and stuff and trying to make them a better person by giving them the most difficult tasks to live through again and again and again. I really like that. And I don't know if the next few episodes are going to be, maybe we're going to get like everybody going through their process. I would say the 4 have already gone through their processes far enough. They reinvented the afterlife. Just let them go to The Good Place by now. But yeah, maybe they're just going to be like architects themselves and stuff. And I really hope heaven is actually like that. The real good place. I hope that's what it's like if it exists. So anyway, guys, what did you think of this episode and the whole new version of The Good Place? You gotta let me know in the comment box down below. And remember, if you like these reactions and want to keep seeing more just like it, please make sure you hit that like button for the algorithm and subscribe and hit that little bell in the corner because it'll tell you when my next video comes out, which is usually every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I have this thing in my way now. It's hard to do my movements and shit. Yeah, and there's exclusive patron polls and movies and shows and stuff, so if any of that interests you, please go check that out. If not, they'll be up here eventually. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight, guys, so thank you so very much for joining me. You know I love and appreciate every single one of you, and remember, if you're gonna go outside, wear that mask, don't be an ass, and I will see you all next week with some more The Good Place. Take it easy, guys.
Now, watch this spin.